الله وبركاته. بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. Today we are going to present a brief biography of the third Caliph, Uthman ibn Affan radiallahu anhu. His family and his attributes. His full name is Uthman ibn Affan bin al-As bin Umayyah bin Abd al-Shams bin Abd Manaf. He was born in Mecca on the 6th year of Am al-Fil, the year of the elephant. He was about 5 years younger than the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. His mother's name was Arwa bint Qurayz, and she died during the Caliphate of her son Uthman radiallahu anhu. He became Muslim early and participated in the two migrations, first to Abyssinia, Ethiopia, and the second to Medina. He married Ruqayya bint Muhammad, daughter of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and she died on the night of Battle of Badr. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam then married Uthman to her sister Kulthum. For this reason, he was nicknamed Dhun Nurayn, the one with the two lights. He was one of the 10 given the tiding of paradise and one of the companions who compiled the Quran. His conversion to Islam. Uthman radiallahu anhu was 34 years old when Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiallahu anhu called him to Islam, and he did not hesitate at all and responded immediately to the call of Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu. He was the fourth man to embrace Islam after Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, Ali ibn Talib radiallahu anhu, and Zayd ibn Haritha radiallahu anhu. His contribution for the Islamic State. Uthman radiallahu anhu was one of the richest of those on whom Allah had bestowed wealth. He used his wealth in obedience of Allah. He used first to do good and spent, and he did not fear poverty. Among the many examples of his spending are the following. Number 1, when the Prophet ﷺ came to Medina, the only source of fresh water was the well of Rumah, and without payment no one allowed to drink water from the well. Uthman radiallahu anhu bought the well from the owner, who was a Jew, for 20,000 dirhams and donated it to the rich and poor and wayfarers. Number 2, in Medina, Masjid al-Nabawi became too small for the Muslims to even pray 5 times. Uthman radiallahu anhu bought the land next to the mosque for 25 or 20,000 dirhams, and this land was added to the mosque, which then became large enough to accommodate the Muslims. Number 3, he spent a huge amount on equipping the Muslim army for the campaign of Tabuk. His appointment as Caliph and successor of Umar radiallahu anhu. Umar ibn al-Khattab radiallahu anhu, on his deathbed, formed a committee of 6 people to choose the next Caliph from amongst themselves. This committee was Ali ibn Abi Talib radiallahu anhu, Uthman ibn Affan radiallahu anhu, Abd al-Rahman ibn Auf radiallahu anhu, Sa'd ibn Abi Waqqas radiallahu anhu, Az-Zubayr radiallahu anhu, and Talha radiallahu anhu. Majority of the people favoured the election of Uthman radiallahu anhu. Uthman's tenure as Khalifa lasted for 12 years. Accomplishments during the tenure of his Khalifa. Expansion of the Islamic State, expansion of the Prophet's Mosque, Uthman radiallahu anhu, united the Muslims on the reading of one version of the Quran, Al-Fitna, the turmoil. At the end of his reign, and due to the expansion of Islamic conquests and the presence of recent Muslims who did not absorb the spirit of order and obedience, enemies of Islam, led by hypocrites, started to provoke a civil strife to undermine the unity of Muslims and their state. They raised suspicions about the policy of Uthman radiallahu anhu and incited the people in Egypt and Iraq. In 35 Hijrah, the turmoil occurred and the wrongdoers beside Uthman radiallahu anhu in his home for 40 days. But when he saw some of the companions radiallahu anhu, that had prepared to fight them, he prevented that fight, as he did not want to drop the blood of a Muslim for his own sake. Then the conspirators broke into his house and attacked him as he was reading the Holy Quran. He was buried at Al-Baqi, near Prophet's mosque in Medina. May Allah have mercy on Uthman ibn Affan radiallahu anhu, and be pleased with him, and assembles us among his company. Question time.